Hey, I'm Doug with Backcountry Pilgrim, a channel all about hiking, camping, backpacking, and the gear that goes with it. And today, that includes luggage. This is the Osprey Farpoint 55. It's a piece of luggage, but it actually doubles as a backpack. The Osprey Farpoint 55 is just one of several in the Farpoint series. The series extends from backpacks, which are more like pieces of luggage that have wheels and even handles like a suitcase, to smaller packs that fit in an overhead compartment. The Osprey Farpoint 55 is closer to the backpack side of the spectrum. To begin with, the Farpoint 55 has really nice, soft, squeezable dual handles to carry around like a suitcase. It has front compression straps that hide underneath these material flaps so that they don't break if they're going through check-in. And on the other side, it is fairly plain. This is actually a compartment that hides one of the best features of this particular pack. The main compartment opens with two zippers that are lockable, and it opens with a front panel just like you would expect a typical piece of luggage. The inside has this nice bright green so that you can really see, even in the dark, what is inside of here. You also have internal compression straps to cinch down whatever clothing or other things you have inside the pack. If you like, Osprey sells packing cubes that are made for the Farpoint series. Personally, I got some aftermarket ones that are really nice. They've got a little carry handle, and when you unzip these, they open flat so that you have your organization right out in front of you. You then close it up, and what's great about these is that they fit just perfectly inside the Farpoint, and in fact the first one can actually get all the way down into the bottom and basically disappear so that you still have the rest of the backpack open for packing. I'll put links to all of this gear in the description of the video below. Now, up in the top of the lid, you have a big zippered mesh bag. This is fantastic for storing things that you want to keep aired out or easily accessible. You close up the luggage, zip it shut, and you basically are done with the suitcase version of this particular pack. Now, on the front, you have two straps at the bottom that expand and allow you to put like maybe a cylindrical or a small long object in here. What's nice about this though is that unlike many backpacks that put these along the bottom, these are actually in the front so that whatever you've got here stays off the floor when you set the pack down. Now, considering that you're probably going to be bringing your luggage through an airport and maybe going into the bathroom, if you need to set the pack down, it's really nice that the pack itself is what is going to come in contact with the floor and not the gear you have strapped to it. However, even better for our purposes when it comes to that is this back panel. Hidden behind this back panel in these little corner protective covers is a zipper. And when this flap is unzipped, it turns the piece of luggage into a backpack. This flap, which has a little address window, simply rolls up, gets tucked into the bottom, and you have a full suspension Osprey backpack. Now, this is the real deal. These are nice padded shoulder straps with load lifters. You've got a sternum strap with the emergency whistle, and you have a padded hip belt. Now, this isn't massively padded or super big, but it's a nice wide strap, a good solid buckle. You have a ventilated and padded back pad. So this thing turns into a legit backpack. And that means that as you're going through the airport, you can just put this on and run to your plane, go to the bathroom, and you don't necessarily have to take it off and leave it anywhere. The best part about that is that it makes you hands-free. So if you're carrying a bunch of luggage, your big main bag can actually go on your back. It's going to be carried with the hip belt, so it's not going to add a lot of weight, but it's going to free up your hands to carry more baggage or maybe hold kids' hands. Having your hands free when carrying this luggage around is fantastic. Now, one thing that I will warn you about is the sizing. Osprey says that the small medium of this pack is good up to a 19-inch torso. Now, this is a non-adjustable backpack, so you do need to get the size right if you're concerned about it. However, when I put this on, it's off by at least 2 or 3 inches. So this is nowhere near the size I need. Now, that hasn't been a huge concern for me because this is not the kind of backpack that I'm going to be taking on 15, 20-mile trips in the backcountry. The point of the FARPOINT 55 is really to get you from point A to point B, and for that, it doesn't really matter if you've got a lot of hip belt support. However, I would size up on this pack if I was looking to use it for a heavy carrier. Getting back to the front of the pack, we have another really cool feature. You might have noticed that there are some organizational pockets on the front of the pack, but this is much more. Believe it or not, this actually zips off as well and gives you a day pack. This is the Osprey Farpoint Daypack, a pretty decent little pack with a ventilated back, carry handle, decent straps, again with an adjustable sternum strap. No hip belt on this one, shouldn't be necessary. It's got a full front opening with the bright green on the inside. It does have a padded laptop compartment, but no hydration compartment. So if you're looking for a hydration reservoir pack, this isn't it, although you could put a hydration reservoir in here and just run the tube out through the zipper, but there is no routing for that. In front of that, you have a big mesh pocket that is zippered. On the very top, you have a small, like, sunglass compartment, actually pretty decent size. If you have the Talon 22, you probably know about this pocket. It's got a little padding on it, as well as a key toggle. The rest of the bag is pretty basic, not a whole lot going on in here. This isn't meant to be a full-featured day pack, but it's got plenty. Now, one thing that is a little odd about this pack are these two front mesh pockets. These might look like water bottle carriers, but I can assure you, unless you are some kind of gymnast or contortionist, you are not going to be able to reach around the back and get the water bottles out of these pockets, or if you do, you're probably not going to be able to get them back in. So while these are fine for storage, they're not really that great on the go. One very interesting feature of this day pack are these little straps up on top. They may look like load lifters, but they don't actually seem to go anywhere. What are these for? Well, going back to the back of the pack, you may notice that on the top of the shoulder straps you have these female clips. This actually goes to this pack. So what you can do is clip these in, and you essentially have a back and front pack. So this system turns into something where you can have this in front of you while the main pack is behind you, so you can still get to things, including the so-called water bottle pockets. So overall, the cost of the FARPOINT 55 is about $185, but do keep in mind that you're actually getting two backpacks for that price, a serviceable day pack that functions as a front pack, and a backpack with full suspension and full Osprey quality. So if you are looking for an all-in-one luggage backpack carry system, I think you should have a look at the Osprey Farpoint series. All right, I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, would you mind giving it a like and subscribe to Backcountry Pilgrim if you're into hiking, camping, backpacking, and the gear that goes with it. Click that bell if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Until next time, I'm Doug. Thank you for watching.